Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, your host for this show, and today we're counting down to the World Cup. Less than 50 days left. The squad is announced, the stage is set, but at this point, one out of two concerns heading into this World Cup have been resolved. One was Shubman Gill at the opening position. He has been dropped from the squad due to combinations, is what the management says. But the other concern here is Suryakumar Yadav, the captain, his continued inconsistency in T20I cricket. Now, if you are one of those of the thinking that Suryakumar Yadav should have been dropped ahead of the World Cup, well, that would have been counterproductive. You don't drop a captain this close to a World Cup. I personally think it would have been counterproductive. But at the same time, today we're going to be talking about and shedding light on the things that Surya Kumar Yadav can possibly do, which can bring him back among runs. Joining me for this show is Rohit Juglan, Shomik Chakrabarti, and Ram. I'm going to start with you, Shomik, because you wrote on this as well. You spoke to some people, and they have a few opinions on how Surya Kumar Yadav can get his rhythm back at this point. What are your thoughts? I think in the recent couple of months, there's been one good performance that we've seen from Surya Kumar Yadav, and it was that 46 odd runs against Pakistan in Dubai. But apart from that, we fail to think of any impactful innings from the captain.
See, Gargi, to start with, you are allowed to think that there is a paradox, and it is not fair in the sense that on the face of it, you have dropped Shubman Gill on form, purely on form, irrespective of what Ajit Agarkar and Suryakumar Yadav said at the press conference that it is down to team combination. But if Shubman had scored a couple of hundreds, he would have been the second name on the team sheet after Surya as vice captain. Now, at that same form logic, on the face of it, should apply to Surya also, because his performances in this year, 2025, are even more galling. I mean, in the last 22 innings, he has just 150, especially against fast bowlers. He is struggling to go down. His strike rate has fallen against the fast bowlers. His strike rate has fallen to 108. His average is 8.9 against the fast bowler during this period. I'm talking about this 22 innings. So the same form logic should apply to him also, but it didn't because of the two things. One is that, as you mentioned, Gargi, that just 5 games to go for the World Cup, you don't drop your captain, because that would be like pressing the panic button. Number two, with Shreyas Iyer injured, Indian cricket still don't have a like-for-like replacement for Surya in this format. Number two. Number three is that Surya has a lot more credit in the bank as a T20I batsman vis-a-vis Shubman Gill, because not many moons ago he was world number one in this format. So these are the three things. Now, I spoke to Zubin Barucha, one of the most renowned coaches in the country, someone who mother-hand the like of Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sanju Samson, Rian Parag, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Dhruv Jurel. And the fact of the matter is that he said that irrespective of your age and experience, the learning process doesn't stop. Now, what is happening? Surya is struggling to force the pace against the fast bowlers, and the latest example was the T20, the final T20I game against South Africa in Ahmedabad. He was pulled out at mid-off, trying to clear mid-off. So, I asked him, at this stage of his career, does he need to do anything different? Because Surya Kumar Yadav, he has been so successful over the years in this format. He said that, see, learning process doesn't stop, number one. One thing is that with his backlip, which is unique, his backlip, there will be areas on the field where he will struggle to hit the ball, but he should never ever change that backlip, because that is unique to him. What he needs to do, because he still now has time, because before the New Zealand series, in particular 3 weeks, he need to work on his square of the wicket game. Maybe Surya Kumar Yadav's resurgence lies square of the wicket, the cut and the pull. These are the two areas, these are the two shots he need to practice a lot more, and that is according to one of the top coaches. This is not my opinion. This is one of the top coaches. So maybe that is an area. That is an area. Surya Kumar Yadav, the team management and the selectors both feel that Surya is still too good a player not to get out of this rut.
Right.
Surya himself said that I'm not out of form, but I'm out of runs, and I've been batting brilliantly at the nets. But at the end of the day, for any cricketer, it's the number on the scoreboard that matters. So from that point of view, maybe so the tagline is Surya's resurgence might lie square of the wicket.
Square of the wicket is what Shomik says, not Shomik.
No,
The
Zubin
coach.
Barucha says.
Yes, Zubin Barucha. But Bharat, if I were to ask you, where is the problem at this moment? Is it a mental block? Is it? We know that it's not a technical difficulty as such. Where is your opinion? Where do you think Suryakumar Yadav is going wrong at the moment?
I think it is more than a mental block. It can't be just mental block when you have not scored runs for a long period of time. Maybe I see it once he tried to hit it over mid off in the last game in the India South Africa T20I and he got caught. Maybe he's having a problem with his wrist. That is one you can tell because that's the kind of stroke that Surya Kumar Yadav used to play with these when he was at the top of his game. Even in 2023, 2022, he used to play this particular stroke with ease. Even if he was staying deep in the crease, he would just loft it over mid off fielder's head and it would go for a boundary. So that could be a problem. He might have a small wrist issue. It could be his body slowing down a little bit. See, even if you want to play whips over mid wicket, even if you want to play square of the wicket, he's the kind of player who comes across as someone who depends more on hand-eye coordination. It's the kind of examples that you see a lot in modern day cricket, where they don't necessarily have or belong to the edicts of batsmanship. They rather depend on hand-eye coordination, reflexes to just hit through the line. Maybe his body is slowing down a bit. You have to remember he has had his soft tissue injuries. He has had a sports hernia surgery as well. So his body could be slowing down a little bit, and that might be acting as a hurdle when he's trying to play that whip or when he's trying to play square of the wicket on either side. So that could be different reasons, and it could be also about the mental side of things. Because in practice sessions, at times when I saw him in the Asia Cup, yes, he was struggling to land the sweep. I understand that, but there were also occasions when he was playing that lofted stroke that I was just telling, right through the long off region, more so through the long off region in practice sessions with these. So if he's able to do it in practice sessions, but not able to do it in a match, then it could be because he's lacking in confidence. So I think it's a combination of factors, but I have a gut feel that he might be having a small issue niggle with his wrist as well because that stroke or mid off that he's struggling with, it's something that he used to play comfortable in the past, or for the matter that whip or the pickup stroke.
Rohit, if I were to ask you as well, see, we're not anyone to tell Suryakumar Yadav how to play. But what we can try to understand is what is going wrong because this lean patch has been going on for over a year now. We've seen less than 200 runs in the last 25, 26 matches that Suryakumar Yadav has played. But at this point, his coming back into runs is so important for India's World Cup campaign. But your thoughts before I get to other aspects of it.
I think as far as the runs are concerned, we all know that runs are not coming at this point of time. But for me, the biggest concern is the strike rate part. The way, because if he trying to score means suppose is if he trying only 20 runs, if he's scoring only 20, 25, 30 runs, if he is getting it with a strike rate of 170, 180, then also it can help the cause of the team that yes, he's giving you suppose a 10 ball 35 runs or something like a 7 ball 21 runs. But the main thing is the slump, the way the strike rate have gone down. If you talk about the technical things, and this is what I am hearing from the broadcasters, that there is a issue as far as weight transfer is concerned. weight transfer is a huge aspect of Suryakumar Yadav's batting, because he's not the only one who can score sixes down the ground. He's someone who can loft the ball in the backward square leg area also, and even over his head also, and it will go out of the park. So it's not about the technical thing. I think for me the biggest concern for Suryakumar Yadav is the amount of runs he's scoring and the ball he's taking. You talked about one inning, where he scored a half century. I can remember his innings in Canberra also. He got the start in Canberra also. It was that typical six over that square leg area. His innings in, I think, somewhere in his innings in Gold Coast. He has played. He got the start in Gold Coast also. So I think when you talk about the technical aspect, I think it's the weight transfer thing from last 1 year where he's been struggling a lot. And now each and every bowler, you talk about teams preparing, because now you all know that how technically aware each and every team and their staff is about where a certain batter is getting out most number of times. And in the last few dismissals, if you saw Suryakumar Yadav, it was more about him not able to properly time the ball, where, because we always discussed that these Indian batters, they love how they enjoy hitting through the line, how they enjoy that ball is coming properly onto the bat. If you see the Katak dismissal, there were multiple dismissals in this very series where you will see that he's not enjoying that aspect of the game, that ball is not coming onto the bat really well. What happened in 2023 World Cup, where he struggled in Lucknow in the Ahmedabad game, it was all about when the ball is not coming onto the bat properly. So I think there are multiple things at this point of time. We can't pinpoint a single thing that, oh, here he is going wrong. But for me, the biggest concern, that's why I said that, keep aside about the technical aspect. For me, the biggest worry is that him not scoring those 20 runs in 5 balls or 6 balls. I can totally understand that there is a slump of runs where you can say, oh, the 50 is not coming, oh, the half century. For a number 4 batter, 50 is not important. Yes, when you talk about Shubman Gill, you have to say that 50 is not coming because he's batting at 1, 2, 3. But for someone who's batting at number 4, 50 is not important. If you're scoring a 12 ball 36, I'm happy with it. But the main thing is that 36 of 12 ball is also not coming. The strike rate 170, 180. Suryakumar Yadav used to operate with these strike rates. Now his strike rate is somewhere 130s, 120s. Now his strike rate is lying. So that's the main problem for me, guys.
Can I just add a point, small point to what is
Yeah.
it? Just a small point. He talked about weight transfer. I'll just add a point to it. See, I think it is related to the body slowing down a little bit with age. See, what is Suryakumar Yadav's technique? He loads up on the front foot, goes back deep in the crease, and then tries to play the pickup shot or the whip or the one over mid off, or maybe behind square on the offside or onside. So when your body is slowed down a little bit, you are not able to execute this trigger as well as you would want to do. So I think that could be a reason, because it happened even to Tendulkar at the age of 40 when he was facing a wobble seam Delri from Team Southie, perhaps in Hyderabad. In 2012, he tried to come forward, and he was not really as much forward as he wanted to, and he was beaten on the inside edge, and he was castled. And you could see with Tendulkar's and you could see with his expression that he was really, really, really frustrated. His body just gave up on him. So that could have happened to Suryakumar Yadav when it is connected to weight transfer.
Right. And I think Rohit also brings up a good point here. In my mind, the differentiation between ODI cricket and T20 cricket is impact. It's not about, like Rohit said, not about getting that 50 or getting a milestone or certain numbers of run on the scoreboard. A quick fire, impactful cameo is all you need from your number 4 batter. Because in T20, what differentiates your performance is how much impact you're having and how fast you can score those runs and put the pressure back on the opposition, especially when the power play is on, if you're able to come out to bat till then. But Shomik, the next point that I really want to talk about, and it's in our title as well, Hardik Pandya and Rinku Singh, these two, Rinku Singh's inclusions, especially when we talk about versus having Jitesh Sharma as a finisher, what it gives you is it gives you a solid batting option at the ball, lower down the order. And with Hardik, with Rinku Singh in your playing 11, it gives you that shock absorbent if in case Suryakumar Yadav is not able to perform. So When you think of this entire selection, it's been very well thought through with all of these factors, keeping all of these factors in mind. Your thoughts?
Gargi, I'm coming to that. Just before that, just one small issue about Surya. Just a little bit of an extension about our discussion on Surya. See, cricket at that level, and we are not qualified enough to judge that, because only those who have played that level, even the Ranji cricketers, are not qualified enough. Cricket at that level is 80% mental game. It is, I think, Surya, maybe he is caught in a dilemma, in the sense, Tilak Verma told us after the Ahmedabad game at the press conference that when I went there, when Surya came out to bat, I was there at the middle and I told him, take a few balls, get your eye in and play. So maybe Surya is a bit hesitant to go gung ho right from the outset because of a confidence. Whoever you are, when you are not scoring runs or taking wickets, your confidence is low. So I think he is caught in two minds. That could be a case, but he is a better judge, as Surya himself said, that I know where I am going wrong. Now coming to a question on this segment about Rinku and Hardik Pandya, what it allows? It allows a double whammy for India. First of all, you can go double barrel at the top with Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma opening. There is no role of an anchor. When Shubman Gill was brought back before the Asia Cup, the idea basically was to, okay, fine, we are going full throttle in bilateral series, but maybe in multinational tournaments we need an anchor, someone who can emulate the role that Virat Kohli used to perform in this format. But then the realization came that no, we don't need it. The way we are playing, that is the way, and an anchor at the top is an impediment. So now you have an opening combination that can go double barrel, and now you have a number 6 and number 7 who can go double barrel. See, at the end of the day, Jitesh Sharma, they tried, but if you talk about the dressing room, and dressing room is the best judge, they would always be more comfortable with Rinku Singh at number 7 than someone like Jitesh Sharma. It's that trust factor, it's that confidence factor. And that trust factor and confidence factor, Hardik Pandya, the way he has been batting, and Rinku Singh, it goes even the top order, the cushion, the leeway that we can go come what may, irrespective of, even if we are 10 for 2, the next batsman go full throttle. So that advantage Rinku's addition to the squad has given to the side, and it's a good selection.
Okay, last couple of questions. Bharat is gone. I would have given Rohit the last word here, but a bit on selection. There are quite a lot of questions here. Satvik Bagaria is talking about Gautam Gambhir at the airport yesterday. Yesterday, Gautam Gambhir was at Delhi airport. Many media persons came and asked him questions about Gill inclusion from the squad, but he was tight-lipped and did not even speak a word and went away. Okay. I don't expect Gautam Gambhir to indulge too much into these questions. At this point, I don't think there's anything that can be
But
done.
the answer is already given, Gargi. The answer is already
exactly.
given by your captain. The answer is already given by the chairman selector. He is not in any kind of official capacity there to answer on Agarkar's behalf or by Shamikda clearly said in yesterday's 12 p.m. show that what all had panned out as far as that meeting is concerned, whatever has happened, what's the vision from Ajit Agarkar, why he flew to Lucknow, what was the conversation there. Apart from that, what was BCCI's role, what was team management's role, what was chairman selector's role. He has conveyed each and everything. So I don't think that in any part of discussion it is about Gautam Gambhir and what he thinks. Obviously, when he come to the press conference, we'll ask him. Whenever Gautam Gambhir will be there in the press conference, definitely the media guys will ask him that, what do you think about this specific? And he'll definitely say the same thing, that it's chairman selector's job. It's job of the selectors that who to select and who to not. They have only limited options. They have only 15 names to choose. And if there is any standby or, travel reserve list, then they will opt for that. So I don't think that Gautam Gambhir, whether he want to say something, whether he want to be tight-lipped, it's all about his vision. It's all about his personal choice. If he wanted to address media at that point of time, he could, but he is not, means you can't question him because he is not in any kind of official capacity there to address the media. So it's just because it's now all, you know, that in Delhi also it's now paparazzi culture, that everyone wants in anything as far as team selection, and it's a huge thing. We all know that how huge it has been from last 48 hours, that, you know, everyone is talking about it, you know, from players to officials to, you know, common fans to even the politicians also talking about it. So I think Gautam Gambhir was, you know, there's no one can ask a question there. Means as far as, you know, asking a question in airport to Gautam Gambhir is concerned.
Oops. Final question to you, Bharat. A lot of people asking about, now that Shubman Gill is no longer in the World Cup squad, also asking about whether or not his ODI and Test captaincy will be taken away. I don't know where this question comes up for or stems from, but I don't think this has an effect on what Shubman Gill has been able to do in ODIs and in Test cricket.
See, in ODI cricket, he averages about 57 in ODI cricket. He has a strike 6. So when you consider those points, it's very difficult to say that Shubman Gill shouldn't become the ODI captain because he's just taken over as the ODI keeper. So you can't expect the selectors to tell, yes, we will remove Shubman Gill in a couple of months' time. So they will give him a long run as far as the captaincy also is concerned. And I'm pretty sure he will be around maybe until the 2027 World Cup as well as the captain.
All right, a lot of people asking about ODI squad for New Zealand series. Well, we don't have the squad before the management, so we can't tell you that.
Gargi, the ODI
Yeah.
squad picks itself. So nothing. I mean, it will come. It will come in due course. Just that Shubman Gill was not part of the ODIs against South Africa because he was nursing an injury. He will be back and he will lead. Simple as that. And the question you asked about Test and ODI captaincy as regards Shubman Gill, he has proven himself in Test cricket, and he has. I mean, the way he performed in England, and now he has given himself enough breathing space to bed himself in as a Test captain. As regards the ODI captaincy, the selectors I mean, they would like to see Shubman goes on and lead the team in the 2027 World Cup. That is the thought process. At the same time, you have to keep in mind that the performance will be the last word. If he performs, he will be there. If he doesn't, there is a very, very strong backup in Shreyas Iyer.
Correct. And this management has always been about merit over, let's say, reputation. So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you, Rohit, Bharat, and Shomik for joining. We'll be back at 5, where Boria Mujumdar will be talking to you guys. And you can come in, join us, and ask him all the questions that you want. But till then, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned.